Well, hello everybody. This goes down into the basement where I do my work. It's been just over a year and 4 days since the hurricane, and I'm almost ready to go back to work. We weren't damaged too much here, but my mother was completely destroyed at her house. It took me 7 months to get her into a living situation, and I was just kind of devastated. After I got her in a rest home, actually, I was pretty depressed. It took me about another month to get going, and then I decided I needed to clean up my life, get my life in order again, get everything behind me, and then go on. So I started cleaning this basement. This is where I do all my work. Right behind here's a drill press. Back there's a table saw, some things for my flying. We'll go around the furnace this way. Antenna towers and stuff, all sorts of stuff here. A belt sander. One of my 3D printers is right back there too. All these boxes are empty, waiting on other stuff. It's a freezer. This is my main workstation. This over here is just an old TV hooked to a computer. That computer is my ground control station when I fly. But while it's sitting here, it serves all the movies, videos, all of our pictures. Everything in the house is backed up to this computer onto these hard drives down here, which in the case of a fire I can grab and take with me real quick. This is my main workstation where I do most of everything. None of my droner stuff here. I've moved my emails to this machine, by the way, so I can catch them better. This keeps me warm in the winter. These are all DVDs I have to convert to MP4s, and then they'll be thrown away. I moved the airplanes from where they were last year. They were over in this area. That didn't work. There's 3 metal poles here. 1, 2, and a third one right there. So they just make this area virtually useless. So I put the 2 airplane racks in there. This area here is drone stuff, all of it. It's been put up on racks. It needs to be gone through again. But this was just my first getting the room together, so I would be more together. These are keyboards, mice, monitors, just extra ones we've had from the days when I repaired computers. There's that huge industrial dehumidifier that keeps this place a little dry. There's no vapor barrier in this concrete floor, so water comes up through it so easily. I've shown some of you that before. These are soft boxes for making videos. We actually had Pam doing seminars and stuff down here during COVID. Some of my guitars, they all have to be reset up. But again, you see the airplane racks there. The stuff that is on this little carpet right here, rug, still has to be sorted through. Some of it, there's canoe stuff, this, that, and the other. It goes out to the garage when the garage is cleaned. That's next. This is, of course, my main work area you've seen many times. Right now, it's sort of junked out. All this stuff here wasn't here the other day. It was on the big tub that's underneath the refrigerator over here now to put that refrigerator up on. There was a washer and dryer there up on a big platform. We took that all away with 1-800-JUNK. This, like I say, was together better until this happened the other day. But this is all kind of ready for doing drone work again. This is the computer I do all the drone work on. Everything's done over here. Word processing and stuff's done on the other one. This also has become the laser cutter area. You'll see 2 USB cables coming down here. That is going over to a laser cutter over there. You'll see in a second, and I'll tell you why. This you've all seen before. Solder station, electronic parts in this, more guitars. This is a mixing board for the guitars and stuff. This is just a little stage I play with in the basement. Got all sorts of music equipment on it. All sorts of stuff back there. I'll be doing some music videos soon, I hope. This is drone stuff on this shelf, and that's the end of it. Up there's 3 airplanes, one of which I'll show you in the next few days, few weeks, because it's right there. It's a big balsa airplane, 5-foot wingspan, 2 wings. I'm going to build and convert to electric and make it into a drone. This cart is new. This cart all has to do with resins. Something I accidentally got into. And this rolls around the room real easily to be put wherever it's needed. This bandsaw is used kind of frequently, so it can be pulled out into the room right here and used. This is all some of my old stuff. There's just a plethora of garbage in here that was, it's not garbage or it would have been thrown away. Was sitting here in this corner in boxes, but to clean all this up, I got it all out and put it on those shelves. Again, I'll have to take everything off these shelves in the future and sort through it and get it sorted better, but for now we just wanted the main room better, which puts my emotional state better. This is my resin kind of a workstation now, and other things, a vacuum chamber, resin curing box, etc. I'm working on some walnut here, finishing it in different ways. Linseed oil, where I'm oiling it. There's a reason for this I'll get into in just a second. These are just 2 test pieces I am working on. Looks like that's not drying fast. That's why that piece of cloth is in the floor there. That's got linseed oil on it. When I was using this linseed oil to oil this walnut as the second step, put some yellow dye on it here and here in 2 different consistencies, and this is just straight walnut along with this walnut. Like I say, using linseed oil on it to darken it. Just working on some finishing things there for some wood. Don't want that to spontaneously combust. My wife's treadmill. This is the newest area. This is the laser cutter. I wanted to cut new bolts of parts for that biplane over there that I bought. And that was so much fun. It spun off into lots of side things. I'll show you here in a second. That's the new 3D printer. It lives there. This shelf is new. The bottom, most of the middle, the top 2 shelves is all music equipment. But this shelf is filament for the 3D printer. And this shelf has some of the woodworking I started doing with the laser cutter to learn the laser cutter. I made all sorts of little boxes. This one is a wooden box with resin, green and red resin, flooded into the cutouts in it. That's why. So the laser cutter that was bought for the balsa airplane spun off into cutting wooden boxes, and that spun off into resin for the boxes, and I did a lot of that here a month or so back. There's more boxes underneath there that I cut. They're not finished. This is just a little walnut box. Like I say, I'm experimenting different ways to finish it across the room. I'll turn on this light real quick. Well, I thought I would. I guess I won't. Back there is about 4 or 5 more boxes. They all have to be finished. This is the wood for the laser cutter, playing with the boxes. Got some walnut down there. There's some birch in here. There's a bunch of mahogany up there. This is all sorts of stuff in here. Cherry, maple, walnut, aromatic cedar. This is solid wood to be made into boxes or whatever here. So that sort of explains the laser cutter, what's going on there. And now that kind of explains the resin station and the resin cart. But the long and the short of everything that's going down here, and everything you see is, I was so depressed after the hurricane, what happened to Mother, that after I got Mother in a new home, I didn't have any help. I was so depressed that the only thing I knew to do was to start getting this area in as pristine a shape as I can, and then I would be able to go back to some drone work and stuff. Still got the X8 right over there to finish up. The anacondas in that box right here. There is actually another airplane on top of the biplane up there that I haven't showed you yet, that's ready to be built. This is a 10-inch quad crane to be built that a friend of mine gave me. So I'll have a 5-inch, an 8-inch, and a 10-inch. So I've got just a little bit, as you can see here, to finish up. And then I will be doing some drone work again. I can't tell you how soon. I think it'll be in the next 30 days or so, because this is so close. And in looking at a lot of this stuff as I was putting this all in order, a lot of it was drone stuff, and it has worked. I feel a lot better emotionally. I'll tell you one thing, even though the hurricane hit us a year ago on the 27th of September, it was only a week or so before I saw other disasters, glaciers overseas, this, that, and the other, that what happened to us was just kind of a thing of the past. And there's other people going through bad stuff now, and you need to help them. Be caring of their situation instead of your own. So that's what's going on here. I'll be back with you very soon. Thank you guys so much.